Hi, can a 59-year-old, non-techie, brand new, niche, not sure what she's doing person get monetized on YouTube? I don't know, we'll see. Hi, I'm Kim. I make videos for the over 50 crowd, just about life in general, no makeup, no fashion. Today, this is my first video in my series on can I become monetized? So shout out to Solo and Silver. When I, over the probably last 4 or 5 years, have looked for people that look like me on YouTube, I've had trouble finding it. And when I do find it, it's typically about fashion, the best makeup for the mature woman, travel, all things that, I mean, clearly I have makeup on, but like, I'm not in my golden years. I'm kind of starting over at 59. So what I was looking for are people that are just like dealing with life, that are not just coasting. And not that those people are coasting, but anyway, I couldn't find it. So I found Silver and Solo. Silver and Solo kind of just inspired me to take the plunge. She was talking initially about travel, but then it kind of morphed into talking about more personal stuff like job loss and living alone and all of those things. So a little bit about me. I'm 59. I am single, have been for 16 years. I work as a nanny, almost full-time. I am in school to get a master's degree to be a licensed therapist. I still have like 2 years to go. And I am trying to grow a YouTube channel. I've thought about it forever. So I'm going to talk a little bit about where I started, where I am, which is almost the same place. It's only been 3 weeks or something like that, maybe a month. My reasons for doing this, it's a great creative outlet. It gives me something to do besides doom scrolling and worrying about my future. It's therapeutic. I'm somebody that when I can process things by talking, saying them out loud, that just kind of makes the light bulbs go off, makes me feel better. So there's the therapeutic aspect of sharing what I'm going through on here. And then I'm a helper. I'm a daughter of 2 alcoholics and grew up in a very dysfunctional household and have the role of wanting to be a helper, and I still have that. That's wanting to be a therapist. So it satisfies that. And then ultimately, hey, if I could make some extra money off of it, that would be fantastic. I live alone in an expensive city and every month's a struggle. So that's kind of my why. I started my first video, I looked it up on May 14th. I've averaged 1 a week. I had kind of a life circumstance hit me 2.5, 3 weeks ago that I have had to deal with. And so I wanted to do 2 a week, and I'm still gonna try to get to that, but I didn't post for that first week where something happened, and then other than that, it's been once each of the last weeks. My tech skills, 0. I mean, I'm all Apple, so I'm filming on an iPhone 14 Pro Max, front camera. I have a remote on my Apple Watch that is helpful. I found that on a YouTube video tip. I use CapCut on my computer. I also have an iPad, but I found it's easier to do on my computer, kind of. My computer is a Mac, but it's like 8 years old. So I'm hoping I can upgrade it in the fall. It lags and doesn't have a ton of memory, but I'm making it work. I do have 2 lights of my daughters that I'm using, and I have a cheapy Amazon. Gosh, I should have checked this to make sure it's working. Ooh. I have a cheapy Amazon. Oh God. This is what you do when you're 50. I put it up. Okay, you're gonna hear the difference here. This is gonna be funny. I forgot I took it off to save the battery. There you go. I have a cheapy Amazon, what is this called? Microphone. Bet you can hear me better now. Hey, real life people. What else am I using? I think that's all. Oh, Canva to do like, you know, any quotes or whatever, anything I need to do that has to be printed. I just watched a lot of videos. I mean, I kind of stay up to date with technology, but I certainly am not a photographer. I'm not a videographer. All brand new. I feel better about editing. I'm trying to do less editing. I'm going to take the approach that I've heard some people on YouTube that are experts say, that people are enjoying less edited content, because I find the editing really slows me down as far as like getting content out. The thing I want to work on this week, I think, is filming in different settings. So I've kind of got this little setup here in my bedroom, which is also my office, and I probably need to move around a little bit. So maybe my next video, I'm just trying to pick, Silver and Solo said this, one thing to try to improve every week, because there's so much to know, so much to do. I feel a little bit more comfortable talking at the camera. I have mastered looking at the green dot and not at the screen. So I'm very proud of that. So here's where we are. I almost forgot to include this. I started with 0 watch hours, 0 subscribers. And as of today, after 3 videos in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I have had 30 views. I have 3 subscribers, and I have 1.3 watch hours. So, and it's not going to be great. And hopefully I'll look back a year from now and be like, oh, but at least I started. I tend to be a perfectionist. I tend to start things and not finish them. So I'm just going to ship it, as they say. Let me know your saga. Let me know if you have any questions. I have no answers, but I'm just marking this down as this is my first week trying to have the journey to be monetized. Silver and Solo was a bit of a unicorn, I think, because she got monetized after 4 months. I think that's very rare. The things I've listened to say like a year to 2 years, and then it may not even be much. So it kind of has to be a passion project. I do feel like there's a very untapped niche in this age group. There just are not a lot of content creators on here that I have found that aren't doing something specific, that are just kind of sharing life or mental health. There may be like artists or, you know, people that are making something, but as far as like vlog, share life, you know, that kind of thing, I haven't found that many. So stay tuned. I always am leaving my videos with a quote or a story. I'm going to make this one really short. On my regular videos, I always put some footage of my dogs as well. I'm not going to do that on these videos. But my quote today is, un momento, it's a beautiful thing when someone who's been knocked down gets back up and shines brighter for having been through the darkness. You are living proof that people can endure a lot and not only emerge from it, but do so with a light that refuses to be extinguished. So take that and have a great day. See you next week.